This is you, driving a prison truck through the mountains of North Korea at 3 in the night, with 2 prisoners in the back and an AK-47 on the seat beside you. The road is dark. The camp where you escaped is behind you. The Tumen River is somewhere ahead. You have told these 2 men they are free. You have risked everything to get them out. Then the truck stops. Not because of a roadblock. Not because of soldiers. Because you hear shouting and panic from the back of the truck. You slow down and stop the vehicle. You go to the back and open the doors. You shout.
What's going on here?
One of them shouts.
We can't do this.
The 2 brothers jump down onto the road. They are shaking. One of them speaks.
We don't know what's out there. We're going back.
Get back in.
You say.
We have to keep moving. If you go back, they will kill you.
We know what's in there. We don't know what's out there.
And then they walk back into the darkness. Just like that, you stand alone on a mountain road in the middle of the night with an empty truck and a river you have to reach before dawn. Going back means death. Going forward means the unknown. How did you end up here? Let's go back. Because this didn't start tonight. 1987. You are 18 years old. In North Korea, being chosen as a prison camp guard is not a punishment. It is an honor. It means your family has been loyal to the Kim regime for generations, that your grandfather, your father, and now you have proven yourselves trustworthy servants of the state. Out of your entire district, 1 person is selected. It's you. You feel proud. You've been told your whole life that this is what loyalty looks like. Recognition, responsibility, a uniform, a weapon, and a purpose. You report to Station 11 for military training, and the indoctrination begins the first day and doesn't stop. The message is always the same. Simple. Repeat until it becomes the way you see the world. The prisoners are not like you. They are enemies of Kim Il-sung. They oppose the state. They are traitors. If they try to escape, you are permitted to shoot them. If they disobey, you are permitted to kill them. You don't question this. Why would you? You are on the right side of the fence. You've been chosen. You're special. They give you an AK-47, a pistol, a uniform. As a guard, you have total power over another human being's life more than almost anyone in the world. Because even in the worst slavery in history, enslaved people were still kept alive and fed. Here, the guards decide if a prisoner eats at all. Starvation is not a failure of the system. It is the system, a tool, a weapon, a way to destroy whatever is left of a person after everything else has been taken. You are stationed at Camp 22. Camp 22 is what they call a total control zone. Total control means no one leaves, not ever. Not for good behavior, not for rehabilitation, not for any reason. The only exit is death, and death here is not rare. Death here is routine. The first years pass. The prisoners are faceless, nameless. Their bodies moving through forced labor, digging, carrying, collapsing. You watch executions. You see children with swollen stomachs and hollow eyes. You participate in things that you will not be able to name for many years afterward, not because you lack the words, but because naming them would require you to admit what you were. You do all of this because you have been told it is right. Because you have been told these people deserve it. Because the fence between you and them is not just wire and concrete, it is the entire shape of how you think. Then, after about 2 years, you become a truck driver. The job is simple. Transport prisoners between camps. You drive, they sit in the back. You don't talk to them. You have never talked to them. Guards don't talk to prisoners. Prisoners are not people you talk to. But the drives are long. And one day, something happens that your training did not prepare you for. You ask a question.
Why are you here?
The prisoner looks at you, not with anger, not with fear, with something closer to confusion.
I don't know.
He says.
I was 2 years old when they brought me here.
He is in his 20s now. He has spent his entire conscious life inside the camp system, moved between camps, never knowing anything else. His brother, too. Their whole family was executed years ago, and neither of them has ever been told why. They have never known a meal they chose, never known a morning they decided where they would wake up. They have never known anything outside of barbed wire and guard towers. You sit with this for a long time. Later, you learn the name for what happened to them. The 3-generation rule, a doctrine written by Kim Il-sung himself. If one person commits a political crime, says the wrong thing, asks the wrong question, looks at the wrong person, 3 generations are punished. The grandfather's generation, the father's generation, the children's generation. Whole families erased, not for what they did, for what someone related to them did. Sometimes for what someone related to them might have been thinking about doing. These 2 brothers have been in the camps for over 20 years for something their grandfather may have done, something they were never told about, something that happened before they could speak. You think about the fence, about which side of it means what. 1994. You are on leave visiting your family when the news arrives. Your father is dead. Suicide. The reason? He questioned the regime's food rationing system. A few words. A moment of doubt spoken out loud to the wrong person. That is all it takes. Under the law of guilt by association, the same law that put those brothers in the camps, your mother and younger siblings are immediately arrested. They are sent to the camps. The camps you have been working in for 8 years. The camps where you have watched people become nothing. And you know, because you have been inside, because you know exactly what those camps do to a person, you know what is going to happen to them. You also know what's going to happen to you. You are the eldest son. In North Korea, that means something specific. It means accountability. It means you will be held responsible for your father's words. It means they are coming for you next. You have a breakdown, a complete one, because you have done nothing wrong. You have been loyal. You have followed every order. You have given 8 years of your life to this system, and you have believed in it, and now it is going to consume you the same way it has consumed everyone else. And loyalty turns out to mean nothing at all. Back at the camp, a guard is assigned to watch you, to make sure you don't run, to make sure you accept what's coming. You are not going to accept what's coming. You write a letter in your own blood. You take a needle, you pierce your finger, and you write a letter to Kim Jong-il, who has just inherited power after the death of his father, Kim Il-sung, declaring your total devotion. You write that you are grateful for everything the party has given you, that you believe completely in the leadership of Kim Jong-il, that you would give your life for the regime without hesitation. Every word is a lie. But written in blood, on paper, handed to the right person, it is the kind of lie they want to believe. You press the words into paper, you hand it over, and you wait. It works. The surveillance stops. The guard is reassigned. They believe you. Now you have to move quickly before they change their minds. You go back to the camp. You arm yourself your AK-47, several pistols. You are prepared for a firefight if it comes to that. You climb into a prison truck. You start the engine. You think about those 2 brothers, the ones who have spent their whole lives in the camps, the ones who know nothing but barbed wire and concrete floors and the sound of people dying nearby. You think, if you are going, you are not going alone. You drive to where they are being held. You tell them to get in. You tell them they are leaving. You tell them they are going to be free. And now we are back where we started. The empty road, the open truck doors. 2 men walking back into the darkness because 20 years inside a total control zone had made freedom unrecognizable, not because they didn't want it, because they had never seen it and could not trust what they couldn't recognize. You are alone now. You drive to the Tumen River, the border between North Korea and China. You abandon the truck. You leave the guns. You walk to the water. The river is cold. The current is strong. You swim anyway. The moment you reach the other side, the search begins. 150 armed guards form a search party. They cross into China. North Korean and Chinese forces work together to find you an international manhunt for one man in a wet uniform with nothing but the knowledge of what he has seen. You have no time to notice that China is different, that there are lights and markets and people walking freely. You are too busy running, too busy hiding, too busy surviving the thing that is chasing you. The South Korean government, through a network that helps North Korean defectors escape through China and into safety, eventually gets you out. You cannot share the exact details of how, because that same route is still being used by others trying to cross. Life in Seoul is impossible to understand at first. Seoul is the capital of South Korea, a modern city, a free country, a place where people say out loud what they think. You turn on the television and people are criticizing the president, openly, on camera, calling politicians corrupt, demanding answers. In North Korea, a person is executed for less than this. Here it is, Tuesday evening news. You cannot do it yourself. Not for years. The training runs too deep. The instinct to stay silent, to agree, to never question authority, it does not leave just because you crossed a river. The river changed your location. It did not immediately change your mind. And then you meet Kong Chol Nam. He is a former prisoner. He spent 10 years inside the camps. He is one of the first people you encounter in your new life in Seoul, and you are more afraid of him than you have been of anyone since you left North Korea. Not because he threatens you, because he has every reason to. Because you were on the other side of the fence for 8 years, and he was on this side, and you both know what that means. But Kong Chol Nam does not hate you. Or if he does, he has decided that hate is less useful than truth. The two of you begin to work together. Today, An Myung-chol is one of North Korea's most important human rights activists. He founded an organization called NK Watch. He has submitted over 700 detailed petitions to the United Nations Human Rights Office, documenting the suffering of hundreds of victims, names, dates, locations, testimonies. He sends USB drives into North Korea loaded with outside information, Wikipedia pages, foreign news, anything the regime does not want its people to see. He does this work alongside Kong Chol Nam, the prisoner and the guard, the victim and the man who stood on the other side of the fence, together. You cannot undo what you were. You cannot bring back the people who died. You cannot reach back through time and pull those two brothers off the road before they walked away from the truck and back into the dark. But you can do this. You can tell the truth about what you saw. You can put names to what happened. You can make sure that the system that consumed your family, that consumed those brothers, that consumed 20 years of 2 lives for a crime nobody can name you, can make sure the world knows it exists. That is what you do now. If you want to see more stories like this one, check out our video on the Navy SEAL mission that killed Osama bin Laden. Click on it, and we'll see you in the next one.